This is Chris, the Idaho Painter here on Paint Live TV. I got a product I'm going to demonstrate or show or test. I was at a show recently and I saw these products being used, and these are products, I'm not sure if I'm saying the name right, but Motsenbocker's products, and they were like removers for paint, adhesive, caulking, silicone. And at the show, they were demonstrated and they worked really well. Now I know at these shows, a lot of these things could be staged to make the products, appear like they're working really well, but in the real world, they don't actually work very well. So I really liked what I saw, brought it back here, set it all up. I'm gonna do some real world test, and we're gonna see if this product actually works and if you should buy any of these products from Motsenbocker. So stay tuned for this video. All right, so here I go. I've got some scenarios that we've created with a bunch of different products. These Motsenbocker products. Here's one: spray foam, silicone and caulking remover. We're going to test this one out, and we've got another one. This one is a tape label adhesive remover. We'll test that one out. We've got one that's latex paint remover. Now, I'm not sure if they're all just the same with different labels on them or not, but we're gonna see how they perform. Here's another one. This is spray paint remover. So that's gonna be like overspray, spray can, spray paint, stuff like that. So we're gonna put these things to the test on the product. So I've got to multiple different scenarios. Here's a cabinet door we created, put some silicone caulking on there, some latex caulking, some spray foam on that. We'll give it a test on that. We have a metal can with some spray paint and some spray foam on it. We've got a brick or block. So, we know people go out there, do their little home projects in their driveway with spray cans, get overspray on the driveway. Now they panic, don't know how to get it off. We're gonna see if this stuff actually works. Here's some stone. Maybe you got some caulking on your stone, paint on your stone, spray foam on your stone, I don't know. Here, we even got some spray paint on a white cabinet door, water-based paint on the door, and then we've got some adhesive. So we're gonna start testing them on all these different scenarios right here and see if this is really worth your money. Now, when I read the product, all the products that they explain the same thing, and it says that it breaks down the molecular bond between the product and the surface. Now, if it breaks down the molecular bond, my first question is, how does it get behind the two surfaces to break down that molecular bond? So, for instance, the spray paint, how does it get behind there to break down the molecular bond? How does it get behind this adhesive to break down the molecular bond? This adhesive is actually just peeling off. Well, a lot of it comes right off, but there's some residue left behind, and so we're getting down to the surface where it could possibly break down this molecular bond. So it says to apply the product, let it stand about 3 minutes. It does say like to scrape off as much as you can, get off, and then start the process. So we're gonna start with spray paint remover. It gives you, this one comes with a little scraping tool. I've got multiple little tools to test out. Here's a wire brush, Linbide scraper. I got a couple plastic scrapers because I wouldn't want to scratch my cabinet doors. I've even got a kind of like a toothbrush, a vinyl brush. So we're gonna do some testing here. Spray paint remover. I don't really need to score. There's nothing here to remove from there. So we're just gonna spray some of that right on there. We'll spray it on our stone. I'm gonna throw on some Raven gloves here because I'm not sure what the product is actually made of. It says it's biodegradable. I'm not sure. I was there at the show and I saw multiple different products being tested. One of them was made out of soybean oil. And so I'm not sure if this is the one that is soybean oil or not, but here we go. So I don't want to get it on my hands, so I got some Raven gloves on. Set that aside. Now let's, because we got to wait 3 minutes, I'm going to spray some spray paint remover. Here we go. I don't think it said to shake it, but we'll shake it anyways. And we'll just spray a nice good heavy coat on there. We've got some spray paint on our block. We've got some foam, so we'll just remove that foam off the block and now there's some left behind, and we'll deal with that by using our foam remover. We'll spray this on the spray paint. We got latex paint. So we got latex paint right here. It says to score it. There's nothing really to score on this, but if I score it, then I could damage my stone. If I score my cabinet, I would do damage to my cabinet, so I wouldn't want to do that. I could score the can. So I could score I don't want to score the caulking on, we'll try to scrape the caulking off. We got silicone caulking, we got spray foam on there. So we got spray foam residue left behind. Let's take we'll peel off this, got silicone caulking. So I'm gonna scrape off, this little cutting knife that they came, that's a nice little, okay, so that's adhered on there pretty good. So we're gonna spray that silicone. That one's latex. This one's silicone right here too. Silicone's some really nasty stuff. Let's get that working on here. Oh, that's interesting. So that one's really thick. So we're gonna smear that around. I think this one might be that maybe soybean oil based stuff. So now I'm not sure if it'll damage my cabinets. Let's see if I can get the latex. So this one's latex on this side. So the latex is coming off the metal can fairly good. That silicone's not coming off. Let's put some really thick stuff on there. We'll rub that around. I'm not sure how it's gonna get behind there to break that molecular bond. We'll cut it, slice it, scrape it here in a minute. We've got it on our stone here. See if we can scrape it off the stone. So it's not coming off so well. But I'm not sure now if it would mess up the color of your stone. So always test before you do so. So that's pretty good. We'll put some, once again, we're caulking, and it's caulking and silicone. So smear that around on there. Let's see if this spray paint one is working. I don't think it's been 3 minutes. It hasn't, I don't think it's doing a whole lot to it yet. We'll spray some more on there. Latex paint remover, spray paint. So we'll let it work. We got some latex paint. We'll put, there's latex paint on plastic, so we're gonna give that a test. So that one's liquid too, not a gel. So we'll set that on that plastic. Let's see, we'll spray some on this latex paint right there. We'll see how that works. And latex paint right here on this metal. Now let's get to, we got adhesive remover. So we do have an adhesive right here. This is like a construction adhesive. We'll spray that. So that one's more of a liquid right there. Put that on there with that set for, I'm sure that would damage my cabinets. But, so the spray foam, we'll get to this spray foam. Get the spray foam all off here. I know spray foam is a real nasty stuff and hard to clean. Where's the spray foam one? Adhesive remover, latex remover. So this one's silicone, spray foam. So the silicone and spray foam is the same. So we're gonna put some of that gel on this spray foam. We're gonna see if it breaks that molecular bond. We got some spray foam right here. We're gonna see how well it does on our rock. If you got any spray foam on rock or stone, we've got some spray foam on a lid right here. So put that on this lid, metal lid, spread that around. I think we've been about 3 minutes, I'm sure, on, let's throw some, this spray paint remover on our cabinet right here. We'll see if it comes off there. Now let's take our brush. Now it's coming off the high peaks on this stone right there. Now this is oil-based spray paint that usually wouldn't come off of anything. So it's not like just coming off easily. You see how well it does. Now I know I've tested, I've done it in the past. I've used vinegar to remove spray paint off of pavers, and it works really, really well. Now this stuff has some chemical smells to it. I think you should probably wear a mask when using this stuff, possibly. So I'm smelling some pretty strong smell. So we got, man, I'm not sure this is gonna, spray some more on here. We'll stick with our spray paint remover, get it soaked really well. I'm not sure it's breaking this molecular bond too well. Let's see the latex. Oh, okay, now this one is really doing something right here. Wow, okay. I think we're on to something here. So latex paint remover. That is, well, there we go. So there's our latex paint remover. Now it just went right through that stuff. Softened it up. And this was, all these products were put on here yesterday. So a day ago, they've had plenty of time to dry. So that's wiping right off. So I'm not a chemist, so it appears like it broke that molecular bond. Let's test out our adhesive, or the spray foam. So the spray foam, here we'll test it on something that you can see right here. Let's see here. Whoa, so that is actually working. Spray foam, let's get back to our spray foam one. I'm kind of thinking this one works. Caulking, spray foam, and silicone remover. So this is one that's like a gel. So is it, let's see, I think it's actually, this is pretty promising. I think we're on to something, Houston. So, silicone, it's coming off. I think this one works. I'm not sure about the spray paint one, but look at that. Now we've got so it's completely coming off. All right, we'll try one more time here. We'll test our cabinet out. We'll smear it on the rest of that. Here's our cabinet. Spray paint on our cabinet. Let's see. Okay, it's loosening up it's loosening it up on our cabinet, but I'm not sure. We'll put a little bit more on here. Latex paint remover one. We've got this would represent like a paver. That one here, we'll put it, let's see. We've got all kinds of things going on here. Let's test it, try to get it off our stone. If it'll just, so it is, the stone is a lot more porous, so it's gonna bite and stick to the stone a lot more than it will that lid. It's not coming off very well there. The latex paint remover on our stone is working incredibly well. So that's, if you had some disaster, if this was like pavers or something like that, it looks like you can get latex remover up. I'm gonna take a metal brush, start working this right here and see if it's doing anything for me on this spray paint. That's not working so well right there. I did, on here, it's actually pulling that off right there. Let's test our adhesive. So we had our adhesive right here, remover. So it just loosened that right up. So you can see that coming right off. And that one was, so I just used Adhesive Remover on that, and that was like once again, a construction remover, tape, label, and adhesive remover. So that's working really well. So I guess this is kind of working exactly like I saw at the show. Everything but the spray paint. They didn't have it on stone, but you can see that just has come right off. Now you would never want, I don't think you would want to do this to your cabinets unless you were planning on repainting them, but you can see I've just about got it completely removed. I'll spray a little bit more adhesive remover on there to remove that. We'll see how well the silicone, if it's going to come off our cabinet door here. It's, that silicone is bitten on there pretty good. We tried the latex, so we got latex caulk right here. So the adhesive remover ran down onto the latex caulk and just actually removed that very well. So it came right off our adhesive remover. So I'm really liking those. They're actually working and performing. So let's get back to our last test, caulk remover, latex paint remover, sprayed on piece of block right here, taking it off quick and easy. So if you need a latex paint remover, that one's working really well. I'm kind of curious if it'll just take off the overspray from the spray cans. The spray cans, once again, weren't latex. So it's not coming off so well. Let me try this paver right here. It's been sitting on this paver for quite a while. It's not breaking that molecular bond too well right here. Let's take a look. I'm gonna spray some on this metal can. It did work on our cabinet very well. We'll spray a little bit more on the cabinet, let it work right there. Any other scenarios? We've got a plastic container right here. And then we did work on our spray foam right here. You'll see, got all kinds of things going on. Latex paint remover, that one's like dripping everywhere. Spray foam, I believe this is gonna work on this can pretty well. Just let that set right there for a few minutes. Do you have caulking? Oh, we got spray foam right here. We'll see how well it's gonna take the spray foam off. It's taking it off our stone very well, nicely. Look at that. So it is working on our stone also. So there we go. It took it right off. Spray foam, all gone, 100%. Worked. Let's test our can. We haven't given it 3 minutes, but it's definitely cutting through it on the can. So when I saw it at the show, I think they had it on a piece of metal that they were sprayed it on. And so that's on, this is a piece of metal. So here we go. So I guess some of it's gonna depend on the surface. So you can give them, I'm pretty convinced latex paint remover works really, really well. Here's our can with our silicone on it. On the top of the can, look at that. It's the silicone. It is actually breaking that bond of that silicone. And silicone usually is a pretty nasty stuff. Like if you're trying to replace the silicone on a bath, like a shower, that's typically where we would see silicone, is a shower surround. Look at that, it just took that right off. So if you need to clean a shower surround of silicone, it's all off. So I'm very convinced that this adhesive remover, latex paint remover, we'll set that aside, that one's worked really pretty well. Here's the spray foam on a cabinet. So we've got lacquer and water-based paints on here. So you can see it's totally taken that off right there. We'll put a little bit more on that, work on that one again. Let's see, tape labeled adhesive remover. We want the caulking. So I'm really liking, so this is actually working fairly well. So caulking remover is performing like I saw in the show. These are products I guess I'd be willing to use. The spray paint remover is not working so well on block and rock, but it is working on water-based paint. It is, let's see, on metal. It's starting to, yeah, it's starting to soften it up a little bit, but not that much. So this one's not as great. I mean, the other two so far, I really like the other two. It did soften it up and work on this cabinet door. Let's see, but it's starting to take it off, but not so great. But you know, if you do have a disaster, you can keep, you know, working at it. It's not doing so well, you know, on our stone at all. So I'm not sure I would. Where's the spray lift off spray paint and graffiti remover? I don't know. I don't know if I would buy that one. The tape and label adhesive remover worked excellent. Took off the construction adhesive right away. That stuff worked very, very well. Here's the silicone on here. Stuff is biting really good to this latex. So it is coming off, that spray paint is coming off, but not, it's still bitten pretty good to this. This is like a waterborne industrial coating on there. That silicone has really bitten very well to that. So, I mean, you can see it, they're not, all of them are not full, 100% foolproof, but, you know, the silicone remover on the metal worked really, really well. Here we go. So on these water-based paints, it's definitely, I think the water-based paints are a little more porous. So you're definitely gonna damage your cabinet, I think, if you're trying to remove it from a cabinet. We do have some on plastic here. So this is plastic, try to rub it. There's our, so it is rubbing it off the plastic, spray paint remover. Looks like you gotta just keep it wet. We got latex paint remover on plastic, which we're pretty convinced the latex paint remover one works pretty well. Here's our spray foam on a metal can. And our spray foam is coming, looks like it's coming right off. Came right off. So you just have to determine, you know, what surface you got, you know, you're dealing with. I mean, on metal, it's working really well on the metal. Latex came off on the metal. The spray paint, latex paint came off. The spray foam came off on metal. This is scratching off now with plastic. It's not softening it up very well. We'll go back over here to this overspray, this silicone. So the silicone on metal, it worked very well. Silicone on paint, it's not breaking it down as well. So this is silicone too. And the problem is, it's got to get behind the surface. This is latex caulking, so we'll try latex caulking on latex paint. We've got adhesive remover, the caulking remover. So we got latex caulking right here. We'll put that on the latex. Want to remove the latex caulking there. This is, we got latex caulking on a cabinet right here. So we'll put some latex caulking there. So on this one, silicone below, I'm gonna work on that. And now I'll just take my little scraper. I'll get some of the excess caulking off so we can get our product behind it. There we go. So now our caulking, put the caulking remover back on the top. Thick stuff right there, our silicone. So this is a different kind of paint than the other cabinet door. Man, that silicone is on there really good. So this is not my house cabinet, so I'm going to score it like it says so it can get underneath and see if that helps it out. There you go. All right, so we got our latex caulking over here. We'll give it a try removing it from our stone. And that has really softened that up. It's doing just like it does to latex paint. It's actually softening it up just like the latex paint that's removing it. So we'll put some more on there. Caulking remover. I think it's actually working. So yeah, so there's a look at the products. Now some of it, once it just depends on the surface you're dealing with. We're not having any, if you got this much spray paint on your stone, I guess you're pretty much in trouble. It's not, it's starting to come off a little bit there. We'll check this caulking out right here. There we go, look at that. It just took that caulking right off. So if you got some new guys out there doing some caulking, making a mess with the caulking, and they got it where they weren't supposed to, now it's gone. Now, of course, it stained my cabinet right there, but I got the caulking off. So there you have it. Kind of like some mixed results. It just all depends on the surface you got it on. I think the caulking remover for latex caulking works really good. The latex paint remover works really, really well on multiple surfaces. The silicone remover works fairly well on metal. Here we go, we got it on plastic. We did it on, I don't think we didn't put any on this plastic, on the spray foam right here, but here's the latex. Latex on plastic, took it right off. Excellent. The spray paint remover, not very successful on a very porous surface like the stone and brick. It was kind of mixed results on this right here, industrial latex coating. On the spray can, it's kind of taking some elbow grease, getting it off, but I'm not convinced I would spend my money and think I'm going to get graffiti off very well on a multitude of different surfaces. We've got let's see, the adhesive remover. So tape label adhesive remover. This one worked very well for removing our adhesives. So there's kind of like a mixed bag results of Motsenbocker's products. Whether you should buy them or not, you watch this video and see what you got going on, what you need to remove, on what surface you need to remove it. I think there's 3 of them I probably would purchase. One of them, I'd probably try removing my spray paint. I know I've used oil-based spray paint, spray cans. Customers got it on pavers and some other things. Vinegar worked really well. I might try acetone if the vinegar didn't work. But there you have it, spray foam. If you created a disaster with spray foam, this product is getting spray foam off on different surfaces, off the stone, off cabinets, off metal very, very well. So that was the spray foam and caulking remover. Really like that product. I really like the adhesive remover and latex paint remover from Motsenbocker. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you use any of these products with any type of results, good or bad, leave them down in the comment section below. We would love to hear what you have to say about them. And and the results that you've had. If you've enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell right next to it, right or left, somewhere. If you don't hit the notification bell, you won't get notified by email every time I come out with a new video. It's simple, free, easy to do. It's just an email you get just to remind you that Paint Live TV just came out with a new video. Hopefully we'll see you on our next video. Out.